Welcome back to Beer
Oh, that was pretty good.
and Books. Welcome back, episode 13. I am drinking a Mosh Pit Juicy Pale Ale from Surly Brewing Company in Minneapolis, Minnesota. 5.5 ABV, Juicy Pale Ale, Juicy Hoppy Burst. I don't know what burst means, but it tastes good. Yeah,
We were just in Minnesota last weekend.
If you can find Surly beers, they're all good. I mean, I think I haven't found one I haven't liked.
Huh.
So definitely recommend them. Very good. This one's very easy to drink. Not super hoppy.
So I probably would like that one. I almost grabbed one for myself, but I grabbed this instead.
Good citrus, yeah.
I'm having Mango Cart. I feel like maybe we both had this on an episode a long time ago, or I did. I don't know. This is from Golden Road Brewing. So this is a mango wheat ale. It's very drinkable. Makes me think of summertime. I mean, look at the can. It's definitely not summertime here, but you know.
It is.
We can pretend.
We do have thunder and lightning.
Yeah, we do. Oh, and this brewing company is in Los Angeles, California.
Nice.
Oh, and St. Louis, Missouri. Okay.
They get around.
Cool. This is just 4% alcohol by volume, or however you say that. But yeah, this is pretty tasty, very drinkable.
So yeah, we got more beer. If you're new to this is a place where we drink beer and we talk
About
books.
books. Yeah.
Beer and books. They go well together. Beer, books, sometimes cookies.
Cookies.
Yeah, we used to go and get beer and
We've never
cookies.
eaten cookies on here, but we would sometimes do like a beer and cookie run. Yeah, like prior to having kids, we would like, I don't know, like we'd go to because the grocery store that we went to, their bakery, like their fresh area with all like the, I don't know, like you get behind the bakery or cookies in like, you know, in a container or whatever too, but they had that like right next to the like beer and
Yeah, it was
liquor section.
that was intentional.
Yep. So it's good. You get yourself a snack, get yourself a liquid snack, and you're good to go.
Speaking of grocery stores, why don't you show the book you bought at
I
the
should do
grocery
that.
store today
I'll do that.
when we were buying these beers?
Yeah. So how cool is this? I've had my eye on this book for a really long time, actually. It's by Sarah Pekkanen. It's called Gone Tonight. She also wrote a book called House of Glass, I believe. I don't think it's The Glass House. I think it's House of Glass. And it's like a really pretty purple cover. And I actually still really want that one. It would be a shelf trophy because I read it digitally. And I'm still really sad that I don't have it. But I believe this one came out like the year before that one. So I could look for the pub date. But it's still like a pretty recently released book. 2023. So that's right. Yeah, because her other one with like the really pretty purple cover was a 2024 release. But this one, yeah, I remember hearing about it when it did come out, and it looks like a really good thriller. And I already know I like the author because yeah, I read her 2024 release. But I was so excited to find this in their bargain book bin.
Bargain books.
Which I normally look at it when I'm there, but not always. Sometimes I just walk right past because I'm like, okay, it looks like a mess. The books are like all over the place. Some of them are kind of damaged because they're just like thrown in there.
Yeah.
So I did actually have to put a different copy back, and I found this one that was in better shape.
Pretty nice.
But $6 for this like super nice brand new hardcover book. So that was like a fun, unexpected find because it has been on my TBR for a long time.
Yeah, if you're at a place that has books, look at the books.
You gotta check.
There was one time we were at our local dollar store.
And yeah, we found like legit.
We found
really good
4
books.
hardcover books, and they're $1.25 each.
Oh, I have one on the coffee
Super
table.
random. But if you find books, I know we have a reel where I'm at the hardware store, Menards, and I'm looking at the books.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Their section is
I know, but
little to be desired, but
what we're saying is just take a look.
you should still look because you never know.
You never know what you're going to find. All right, so today is March 28th. You guys will probably be watching this a couple days after, so really close to April. So today we're going to be sharing our April hopefuls. We do this every month.
Yep.
Let you know what we hope to read and what we need to read for book club.
Yeah.
And books that we,
My stack is always very unrealistic, so I will, preface this by saying that, but I don't know. I think I was telling him before we came on that I'm like, yes, this is obviously a hopefuls, but also I just like to look at it as I would like to read as many of these as I possibly can. So that way it's like, I clearly know I'm not going to get to all of them. but
And
yeah,
and we have shared before, they're called hopefuls for a reason because you're hoping to read them. Are you going to? Probably not. But
not all of them.
I have realized I'm like a
Hopefully.
2-book-a-month person. So I'm starting to get a little more realistic. I do have 3 books here plus 2 that I'm currently reading, so it's really 5-ish. But
yeah,
I know I'll probably read 2 books this month, maybe 2.5 because one's short. But I think your stack's a little more realistic this month than last month. You had like 15 books.
Oh, well, it's still
So
unrealistic.
that seems more realistic than last month. So we're starting to get a little more,
But at the same time, this doesn't include books that I'm already in the middle of. So that's what ends up happening for me is it's like I have to carry over books from a month into another one.
Yes.
Unless I want to DNF
Yes,
them.
me too,
But
yes.
it's like it either ends up being a DNF and I start with some other ones, or I have to carry them over from either the past month or even the previous month, like because some books I'm reading for a really long time because I go and prioritize others and then I come back to them and they just take me a little longer to finish.
Yeah.
So this is not going to include what I'm currently reading because I realize we're at the very end of a month. So I think I'm going to finish maybe
We still could finish.
I could probably finish one more physical book because I'm loving The Hunger Games right now, by the way. I started my reread of the original series and I'm like, I remember why I loved this so much. And I'm loving it even more because I'm fresh off of reading her newest book, Sunrise on the Reaping. So I'm just like, I'm eating it up. Like I can't wait to read some more of it tonight. And tomorrow we're supposed to have like a super gloomy and rainy day. So I'm hopeful our kids play really nicely and we can just get some like extra reading in during the day. That's another hopeful situation. Yeah. So yeah, I feel like I could probably finish that before the end of the month and then I'll finish an audiobook that I'm very close to being done with. But yeah.
Today's 28th, so we have 3 more days left. So our first hopeful we always share is our virtual book club book. This is not a hopeful. This is a book we need to finish.
I'm going to actually finish it this time because I did not finish our last one.
You're in trouble. You only get one of those per year.
No, I got to actually.
So we're meeting on the 27th of April.
Yep.
So if you want to join our book club, either message us or we will link our Patreon.
And you can just go right to that and like you're in.
Click on it, join the Patreon. It is free to join. We do have a free chat set up that we can chat books. You're able to vote on which books we could read for our next month.
We did vote on our May book recently, so that one is set.
So we have April, May, and then we'll probably be voting on June kind of soon.
We may do something mean. I mean, I don't really call it mean, but we may just like pick a book for June because there's a book that people like kind of were saying that could be an idea when I did a poll in my stories recently on Instagram.
Yeah.
So we'll see, because I feel like it's a book that a couple people have already alluded to wanting to read. So I'm thinking like, even if we throw in some other choices, that may be the winner anyway, but
maybe just have three choices.
See. Maybe we'll like not have as many choices.
All right, so if you want to join the book club, it'd be great to join. Just click on the Patreon, join the Patreon, and you're in. That's it. It's pretty easy. The book we're reading for April is this one from the Aardvark book club, Death of the Author. So this is a sci-fi kind of, it's a book within a book.
Yeah, so the main character, because I have gotten into it just a little bit.
You just
I'm not
started
very
it.
far, but I am into it enough to like solidify like what's it about. Like I'm getting to know the main character. Zilu, I think is her name. And she is an author. And so I just now read her very first chapter where the font changes and you can tell that that is her book. So you're going to see her book that she's writing in the book.
Yeah.
And what's cool is that I love that this author chose to do this because it's not confusing. Like you know like that you're reading her robots novel. She like writes like a sci-fi book about robots, and it has like the title, and then the font is different so that you know you're reading like an excerpt of her book that she's writing. So it's a really cool concept. I'm already very interested in it. I mean, maybe it'll fluctuate, but so far like the first one of the early chapters was pretty long, so I'll have to change my attitude about that, but I do like the story. I think the story is really interesting. So
this is a little longer. This is one of the longer books we read for our book club. It's over 400 pages, so we do give ourselves time. So you just started it. I'll have to start it soon,
real soon
because we're meeting on the 27th, and so this is a book we both need to read. So it's not quite a hopeful. It's a must-full.
Mustful and
must-
be a duneful.
A must read. A hopeful becomes a doneful
Yeah.
once you read it. So
Yep.
that's the first one. So this is for both of us. So check it out, please. Join the club.
Yes.
It's called the Book Sandwich Club. Wait, Book Club Sandwich.
Book club sandwich. I know, we gotta get it messed
You
up.
can say whatever you want. Doesn't matter. What's next for you?
So yeah, I guess, I mean, I could go into all my aardvarks, but I'll save those because the ones I have on top are arcs, actually. So I don't want to assume everybody knows what that term means. So if you're newer to the book world in general, or you've never been approved for an arc, or you haven't requested them, or what have you, it's advanced reading copy. And those can either be in physical form, or I get quite a few of them digitally. So now that I have a Kindle, I get to read a lot of them that way, which is fun. But now I'm realizing that when I read a really good one and I want a physical copy anyway, it's been kind of frustrating.
Is there an advanced listening copy too?
There are. So I'm also able to
Is
do
that called an ALC?
ALC. Yep. ALC. And then advanced reading copy, I still think applies to whether you're reading it digitally or physically.
Still an ARC, yeah.
But they call a listening one an ALC. And yeah, I get to do that too, which is really awesome. But these are, I'm just for like, yeah, the sake of time, so we're not blabbing for too long, I'm just gonna only show a couple physical arcs that I would like to read in April. This was one I actually really wanted to get to this month and I just didn't. So I'm gonna prioritize it for April. This is called The Float Test by Lynn Steger Strong. She also wrote a book called Flight that I have up on my done shelf upstairs in our book nook. So I read that one around Christmas time and I really enjoyed that one. It was not a happy book by any means, but I just thought like it was very well written and very relatable. Like I think that's what I really enjoy about her as an author. So I think I'll like this one too. So I don't know, it doesn't say on here the official publication date, but it does come out next month. So and it's nice and short as well. It takes place in Florida. So she does like drama really well, like family drama. That's like, that's the theme I'm sensing from her. She does have a couple other books that I've not read, Want and Hold Still. So if it's like a 2 for 2 where I enjoyed Flight and I end up liking this one, I'll probably want to check out her backlist too.
Very nice.
Read her other books. So there's that one. This book is gorgeous. I was lucky enough to get a completed copy and it has not yet published, so that's very exciting. But I also have the ARC version that I'm gonna give away soon. So,
Nice.
If you also follow us on Instagram, that's where I will post the giveaway for that. But this is the completed copy of The French Honeymoon by Anne-Sophie. Oh goodness. Her last name is gonna be a really tricky one to say. But if you have read anything by Lucy Foley or Frida McFadden, that is how this author is being described, like kind of a combo of the two of them. But yeah, this looks really, really good and nice and short as well. And I just can't get over how pretty this book is. And I actually, a fun fact about me, I really, really want to go to France. So that is like a big bucket list destination for me, but who knows, maybe this will make me not want to go anymore.
You never know.
Sometimes Paris is a terrible idea. That's what it says on here. So it's like a honeymoon goes awry. Yeah, it does say The Paris Apartment by Lucy Foley, which I really enjoyed. The Paris Apartment meets A Simple Favor. I've not read that one. In an unput-downable thriller about a honeymoon gone horribly wrong. So this looks really good. I bet it'll be a really quick, like a fast-paced, really interesting read. Because I've kind of struggled with thrillers lately, if I'm being perfectly honest. Like 2024 was a rough year for me for thrillers. Yeah. And I read some that I liked, but I would just say that I ended up like leaning more towards romance overall. So that was the genre I read more than anything else. But so hopefully that'll be a good, interesting one for me. So your turn.
All right, so I got 2 books I'm currently reading. So if I don't finish them this month, they obviously will carry over to April. So I think this one I will finish this month since I'm trying to prioritize it. And it is short and I am making good progress. But I've been reading this book, I feel like, for a while.
Well, it's because you haven't actually been reading it.
Correct. And now I'm back prioritizing it, and it is good. I do like it a lot. And I just got to a really pivotal point in the book, so I have to see what happens.
He looked over at me last night, I think, and was like, he really likes to write sad books, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Because I've read The Fault in Our Stars, and that's actually all I've read by him.
So John Green's Looking for Alaska. So this was his first book, if you haven't read it. But I know a lot of people have read this book. It's very comparable to like Perks of Being a Wallflower or The Catcher in the Rye.
Okay.
But I guess I didn't realize it was going to be sad. And then that's why when I got to this point, I'm like, man, John Green is just loves to rip your heart out and like stomp on it.
I guess so.
So I guess I didn't realize it was going to be so sad. I was thinking more of like a coming of age story, and it still is. It definitely is in a way, but it does have a sad aspect. So if you read it, you know what I'm talking about. I won't share anything. I didn't tell Katie what happened.
I'm like, don't spoil it. I think I want to read it.
She might read it, but you can see where I'm at with my bookmarks. I'm very close. I'm very close to the end, like 75% of the way through. But really good book. I'm enjoying it. I think it's well written. I mean, John Green is a brilliant writer for YA, and just you know.
Well, he has a new book out now too that we're gonna actually listen to on audio.
nonfiction book.
So that'll be interesting.
So I think I probably will finish this one this month, so it won't carry over, but we'll see. I don't know. I can't make any promises. We've been watching a show on Netflix. I mean, on Apple TV.
On Apple TV.
So
Severance. So, you know, if you also need a show recommendation. Yeah.
So
that's been taking away a little bit of our
depends
reading
how much
time.
Severance we watch.
Yep.
Will depend how much reading I get done.
Yeah.
But Katie knows I'm a day reader. Night reading.
Yeah, hopefully he can
I
get
have
some
been
pages in
night reading lately,
tomorrow and Sunday. Yeah.
so that's first on my list.
Okay, next up for me are literally all going to be Aardvark books because we love promoting Aardvark. They're amazing. They have new books dropping next Tuesday, by the way, so that is very exciting. So I won't be showing any of those because I don't have them in my possession yet, but from what I can tell, they should be really good picks like normal.
Check out our link in the description.
Yes.
Get your first book for $4.
Yes. So that would be
$4.
You could still pick one of their March selections if you so chose to do. If you did that in the next couple of days and you went on and saw like what their March ones are, then you could get one of those for $4. Or if, you know, you weren't totally in love with all of those choices, you could wait till Tuesday and see what their April picks are and get one of those for $4, but then you can still add other ones for $9.99
You can
each
add
if
2
you
books
want. Up to 2 more
for $9.99 each. So
So
that's 3 books
is
for
pretty awesome.
$24. Beautiful books. So
As you will see
check them out.
right now. So these are some Aardvark books that I have had my eye on, a couple for quite some time, and then others are newer, like I haven't had as long. This one I've had for a little while. This is called The Lightning Bottles by Marissa Stapley. This gives me Daisy Jones and the Six vibes, and Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid is one of my favorite books of all time. Of all time. So like people that have read this one already, I've heard good things. So it looks really interesting to me. So it's probably a very like dramatic love story. This one I believe takes place in the 90s, and Daisy Jones was the 70s, which was really fun. But this is from the author of the New York Times bestseller Lucky comes a novel that's part love story, part searing examination of the cost of fame, and a whole lot of rock and roll. So
love it.
Yeah, so this looks really good. I've had it on my shelf for far too long.
I'm shocked you haven't read that one.
So it is time to read this one.
You were jacked about that one at first.
I was very excited when I first picked it up. And then next up, I cannot get over how beautiful this cover is. I mean, I feel like they all are. Like all the Aardvark books are amazing. The ones that they pick, and then their naked covers are awesome too. I guess I didn't show that one, but I'll show this one because it's so pretty.
Really nice.
But this is Junie by Erin Crosby Eckstein. But like look at how pretty
that's
this is.
amazing.
Like OMG, I just can't. It's so pretty. And it actually matches my sweatshirt really nicely too. But yeah, I gotta show you what this looks like. With the pink and
very
purple.
bright.
Very springy in my opinion.
Very Barbie-like.
It is kind of Barbie-like. I'm fine with it. A young girl must face a life-altering decision after awakening her sister's ghost, navigating truths about love, friendship, and power as the Civil War looms. So I feel like this book will be pretty heavy, but also I've heard it's really, really well written. It's a great story. It's got that like magical realism element, you know, ghost in there too. I don't think they would call it fantasy, but I want to say it's more of like the magical realism. But yeah, people that I have seen like post reviews about this, I've really not seen a negative review. So
That's good.
I feel like people are very much enjoying it. So yeah, this is a really highly anticipated one for me. All right.
Very nice. All right, so my next book is another one I'm currently reading. This one I probably won't finish this month just because I'm going to work on looking for Alaska. This is another Aardvark book, one that I've really probably one of my more anticipated books that I've had in a long time. And it's super good. It's super good, so I'm loving it. Dead Money by Jacob Kerr. You know, maybe not as attractive as a book, but I love it. I love the little stock market crash here. But
yeah, it's like red on red on
red on red on red. But this book is really good. I have realized that I love thrillers, I love mystery, but I really, really, really like detective thrillers. When you got the detective perspective. This isn't told from multiple perspectives. It's told from one perspective, but a lot of it is the detective work. The two main characters are looking into the case and figuring out who did it, you know. The CEO is found and figuring out who did it. And there's this clause, they call it the dead money clause, where the money is trapped until they figure out who did it, in a way. And there's not a lot of suspects yet, and I keep thinking I'm figuring out what's happening, but I know I'm wrong. I'm always wrong. But this book,
it's a sign of a good book, though, if you can't figure it out.
This book's been really good. I can't wait. I'm about halfway through, and it's been good. It's been good ever since. You know, maybe you could say it's a little slower, but it's that detective style mystery, which I really have realized I enjoy a lot. So if you have any book recommendations for me in that genre,
The Perfect Divorce, The Perfect Marriage and The Perfect Divorce.
Well, I know
you need to read those.
I'm asking them, not you.
What other ones? Yeah.
Yes, if you have any other
similar.
ones, I realize that's like my favorite genre, especially if one of the perspectives is from the detective.
Yeah.
Because
we really like Terry Parlato for that reason.
She's
She's
great at that.
Picks too.
So this one I will be restarting right after I finish looking for Alaska. I'll crank this out because it is a longer book. It's about 400 pages, but I'm right around that halfway point, and this is where it's going to start getting real good.
Things are going to start happening.
Well,
they already have.
Well,
yeah.
Going to really start happening.
Really start happening. So this is a thriller. I don't think it's a detective thriller.
Another one I realized I'm surprised you haven't started yet.
So good, and I've been very attracted to the cover for sure. This is called Red River Road by Anna Downs. Like, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. And look at how they have their, logo incorporated.
Love it.
In this one. It's so clever and fun. Is she running for safety or being driven into darkness? Her name is Katie as well. She spells it differently than I do, but yeah, this looks really good, and it has like little maps in the front, which is kind of fun. Let me see like what the chapters look like in here. Oh, maybe there is like a detective. No,
you're gonna find out.
Aspect.
The chapters look short.
Looks like short chapters. I want to read it even more now.
Ooh, it does look very short.
But this looks really great, and like. I just look at the cover. I just want to stare at it.
That one's very beautiful.
So you could stare at it for a little bit.
Show the naked cover. That one came out a few months ago.
And I was very excited about it. Yeah. I didn't start a video.
Do you know if that one's still available with Aardvark?
I don't know for sure.
Yeah.
So this is green and like a light blue.
Oh, I love the green.
Kind of fun. Look at the green on the...
Yeah. If you're curious, check out the Aardvark app and see if any of these are still available.
They won't have it on there at all. Like if it's if it's
available.
I don't think you'd even be able to click on it.
I know Dead Money still will be, Death of an Author, because those are pretty recent.
Yeah, those are new. I'd be surprised if those were
But yeah, just check out the app, You might as well sign up too for $4.
Yes.
Using our code MARRIEDBOOKWORMS. All right, my next book, this is the third month in a row this book has been in my hopefuls. So I am prioritizing it this month. That's why I'm not going to plan on reading too many. You know, I have a lot more I want to read, but I'm really excited about this book. I mean, I'm not going to give up on it because I'm super pumped, but I showed it before, Black Buck. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this book. It seems like a book I'm really going to like because it has a lot of business inspired content, and
it's going to be maybe similar-ish to what you're currently reading now, but not a thriller. I mean, it's got like the finance aspects to it, which you're intrigued by.
Yeah. So it's about a black businessman who starts working at a Starbucks inside a business and ends up becoming one of their lead salesmen. And it sounds like it's funny, well written. This was a debut novel. It was a read with Jenna Pick. Let me see when this book came out. But yeah, I've really been excited to read this book. It came out in 2021. So so it's the third month in a row, but I'm not giving up on it. So I'm definitely gonna prioritize this one this month. I'm gonna for sure start it at least because you know I have to, and I'm very excited about reading this book. And this is a book I know people. I have seen some people who have read it, but I really haven't heard a lot about it.
Yeah,
this is a book I don't see going around anywhere.
Or maybe it was going around when it first came out, so and we weren't really.
I want to read it and get it back out into the world because I think it just sounds like a really good story and inspiring story, and
I like the cover.
I do like the cover, so.
That was a good find. That was at a used book sale.
I don't think we got that book for like $1.
It was, really good find.
Worth every penny.
So next,
worth every buck.
Good one.
His name is Buck in but it's also play on words. I love it.
How clever. This next one, we're switching gears a little bit here to a rom-com. This is Flirting with Disaster by Naina Kumar. And another really fun cover, of course. And with the rain on it, it just makes me think of April showers bring May flowers. So, and like, I actually said we're gonna be.
It's raining right now.
We're getting rain right now. We're getting rain tomorrow. Look at my nails, by the way. They match this
March,
book. I know, but it's almost April.
March showers bring
more April
showers. And then the Mayflowers come.
But this is a second chance romance, and the author did say she was inspired by the movie Sweet Home Alabama because we watched a little video of her on
that movie.
Instagram. I love that movie.
You love it?
I do love it.
Okay.
I think I told you that before. I don't know.
I thought you just liked it.
I don't know if it's like one of my favorite movies ever, but I do really enjoy it. So that makes me even more excited to read this. Let's see. This doesn't have like a quick little blurb about it, but so they basically get like stuck in the middle of a hurricane, basically is like what's happening. So it's like a forced proximity second chance romance. They were separated. I don't know if it says they were actually officially divorced, but it says that she's separated from her husband. As they spend more time together, Mina begins to remember everything that drew her to Nikhil. His small-town charm, his thoughtful nature, his absurdly good looks, but being with Shake makes sense to her. So it's almost like she meets somebody new and she kind of has to do the whole like, do I want to get back together with my ex or...
Classic tale.
Yep, he's steady, ambitious, and wants exactly what she wants. So she'll
think
stick
they
to
end
her
up
plan,
together?
come hell or high water, does it say?
High water, I like that.
But will her windswept heart make the right choice?
Those are good words.
I like it.
Good words.
Like it. So, my guess is that she gets back together
she
with her
probably,
first love.
I bet she chooses the new guy.
No, you're wrong.
Ah!
But I'm excited. Flirting
I'm
with
always
Disaster.
wrong.
It's a cute, cute title.
All right.
Looks like a cute premise.
So last for me is another Aardvark book. This is a this month's pick. Katie's next one too is also.
Yes.
So you could get these books if you sign up before the end of the month with our code. You get either one of these books for $4 plus any of the other four picks they'll have. But I think this is probably the shortest book Aardvark's ever put out. Once you see it, you're gonna realize. But it is by an author that wrote a very, very popular book called Tender as the Flesh. If you've read it, you know. I read it. I loved it. But this one's called The Unworthy. How scary is that? Well, look at how short this book is.
It's also another one I could.
It's
read
gotta
in
be.
one sitting.
And look at the margins and the font. This is.
That is the one we were talking about.
So this is why I'm making this my third book this month, because it's very short. So, I'm trying to stick with 2 books, but I think, you know, if I could do 2, this one I could read in like a day or 2. It is not even it's 180 pages.
I know, so that's technically like a novella, isn't it? But I feel like it says novel on the front.
Yeah, well.
But it's so short.
Yeah, but this her to me, if you're on Tenderness of Flesh, you know it was very disturbing.
This one looks
very
that way as
terrifying.
well.
This one's got it's not a similar story, but it's gonna also be very
Similar
terrifying.
Vibes, yeah, creepy.
So
I'm more interested in this one than Tender is
I
the
mean,
Flesh.
some of the words on the back are barbaric, brutal, aching,
and utterly beautiful though.
chilling, fascinatingly provocative. So, yeah, I mean, if you liked her book, check this one out because this is her new book. You can grab it from Aardvark for only $4.
Yeah.
We'll look at the naked book. It's a little different. I mean, like I said, it is still a little dark.
Yeah.
With the red.
It's got the blue on
with the red and black.
binding, which is really cool.
The blue spine is beautiful.
Blue.
So, yeah, this is gonna be my third book for the month. Just, you know, if I need a little something from her cell in a mysterious convent. So
yeah, it looks good.
It looks good.
Looks good.
I'm sure I'm gonna like it.
And yeah, last but not least, this is You Are Fatally Invited. This looks really good, and again, another awesome cover. I love this like envelope here with like the seal.
What are you invited to?
Oh, look at how they have their it's in the O again on this one,
and it's like a oblong O.
Let's go. An exclusive thriller writer's retreat hosted on a private island turns lethal when one of the authors is found murdered in this twisty locked room mystery. So that's fun.
That is fun.
That is fun. And yeah, this is cool. This is a cool one.
Yeah, I like that.
That color combo. And then this also has a map in the front that looks like Clue. It looks like the board game Clue. I feel like maybe I showed this one on a different episode, or I don't know. So maybe this is a repeat, but it's so cool. Clue is one of my favorite board games ever. So I feel like this book will be right up my alley. Like a whodunit. There's going to be probably however many suspects.
That one sounds excellent.
Very excited for this one. So that's it.
Those are hopefuls. So
that's it. That's a lot. But
that's it. I feel like I
probably had even more last time, honestly. So maybe next time I'll get even more realistic, and one can hope.
This is much better than last month. So what are you reading? What are your hopefuls for this month?
For April. Next month.
For next month, April. Obviously, check out Aardvark Book Club. Join our book club. We will have both of those linked in the description. And find yourself a good beer to drink.
Yeah.
Or whatever you drink.
Oh, and I guess because I talked about it with my book here, my nails match this book. Also, check out Olive and June if you have not checked them out before. We don't get a kickback for that one, but they did send me it was like a gifted Manny system and their spring colors, which was super generous in exchange for me promoting them. So I'm promoting them.
Do more of this.
Are not, if you are not familiar with Olive and June.
Show this book.
I know,
looks good next to that.
Turn it around, because look at a novel.
Oh,
there you go.
See that?
There's some blue.
Look
it's
at
not
that
the same
contrast.
blue.
Beautiful.
But there you go. But no, they have several new colors in their spring line, and then of course they've got tons of other colors that you could check out. But if you like to do your nails at home, saves you a little bit of money instead of going to do them elsewhere, that's a good option. And yeah, I've been impressed with their nail polish. I think they have a promo going on or something where you can get their Manny system for cheaper. So I know it has nothing to do with books. However, I think it's fun to match my nails with my books sometimes. So if that's something you like to do, that can be fun. I can make it sort of bookish. So I will put a link for them in our description as well.
Yeah.
Check out Aardvark. Check out our Patreon for our book club.
We gotta go. We're over 30 minutes.
Yep. But it was nice chatting with you.
This was Beer and Books.
Cheers.